So good evening once again to all of you and welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to discuss a second chapter of class 10th ICSE biology, which is the structure of chromosomes, cell cycle and cell division. Very interesting chapter. The only thing which we need to understand is the concept. If you understood the concept, this chapter will become the most interesting chapter. I think so. So let's begin. These are the topics which you have to study today. What are chromosomes, discovery of chromosomes, chromatin and structure of chromosomes. Let's start. What are chromosomes? So actually, if you take or if you observe any unstained cell under a light microscope, you will not see anything in the nucleus. You will not be able to see anything in the nucleus. But if you stain this cell, okay, this can be animal cell, this can be any type of cell, but if you stain this, you will find several structures inside nucleus. So the nucleus, you will find that the nucleus is containing DNA inside some discrete units called chromosomes. Inside these chromosomes there will be DNA. What is the full form of DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, so let's come let's go further. The complex of DNA molecule and many proteins is called chromatin. DNA molecule and chromatin, when they combine, they form, DNA molecule and proteins, they combine to form chromatin. So when a cell starts to or it prepares to divide, so what happens that this chromatin fiber of the cell, they condense further, they first they coil, then they condense further and become thick enough to be distinguished into separate chromosomes. Clear? Why they have got this name chromosome? Chromo means colored and soma means body. That's why they have been given this name chromosome. Okay, so let me tell you with a small diagram here. Suppose this is a cell, this is the nucleus, here will be a nucleolus, and these are the thread-like structures, chromatin threads. So when the cell starts to or it prepares to divide or undergo cell division, these will first condense and thick, and later on such structures will be formed. So many structures, I have just drawn one. Clear? So if you divide it longitudinally, then half of it, one half of it is called chromatid. If you divide it longitudinally like this, then half of it will be chromatid, and these two are called sister chromatids. Clear? Okay, let's move on. Discovery of chromosomes. So first time, as you can see in this picture, first time the chromosomes were discovered by a German scientist named Walter Fleming, who discovered these in the larva of a salamander. I hope you must have heard the name salamander. This is an amphibian. Amphibian means which lives both on land and water. So he first found it in salamander, and just like this picture you can see this type of divisions he found when he looked in the microscope, observed in the microscope its larva, such divisions. So he gave the cell division the name as mitosis. The main word is mitos here, which refers to thread. So what is thread here? Actually the chromosomes here are referred to as thread. Clear? Clear it is? So such type of structures he found, and first time he gave the name as mitosis. And when did he did so? 1882. In 1882 he discovered this. So discovery of chromosomes was made like this. Clear? Now chromatin. Just now I told you that the complex of DNA and proteins is called chromatin. So chromatin material is, thus it means that chromatin material is made up of two things, DNA and protein. So here these proteins are called histone proteins or histone proteins, whatever, and the whole chromatin, 40% of this chromatin is DNA and 60% is histones. Okay, so first of all let's see what is DNA, the molecular structure of DNA. I have not put any picture here, I will tell you by myself. So first the shape of DNA was discovered by scientist Rosalind Franklin in 1953. But what was the thing that he discovered? Only single strand of DNA. Okay, but in the same year there were two other scientists, Watson and Crick, in 1953 only. They discovered the double helical structure like this. Like this structure they discovered. Okay, this is double helical. So for this they were awarded with Nobel Prize also. So let's see what is the structure of a DNA strand. See, DNA, a single DNA molecule is a very large one. Clear? It is a very large, I mean it is a macromolecule, and a DNA, see it is written a DNA is a macromolecule, two complementary strands of DNA. Okay, there are double helical structure of DNA. Just now I draw it. So DNA is made up of repeating nucleotides. And what are these nucleotides? There are three main nucleotides: phosphate, pentose sugar, and nitrogenous bases. Okay, so phosphate, in the diagram we show phosphate like this, then pentose sugar like this, and the nitrogenous bases you can see here in this picture how they are arranged. So like this we show the different nucleotides. Clear? Now phosphate, pentose sugar, and nitrogenous bases. So phosphate and pentose sugar form the backbone of this DNA strand. Means on the strand they are present. But what about the nitrogenous bases? You can see in your book, the nitrogenous bases, they are the joining, connecting points between these two. So actually there is bond between these two nitrogenous bases, hydrogen bonds. So there is one difference between DNA and RNA, that in DNA the carbon molecules, in the pentose sugar there is carbon, that is carbon compound, you can say, carbon atoms are there in that. So here carbon combines with hydrogen in DNA, that is why there is hydrogen bond. In RNA it combines with oxygen. This is the difference. Okay, so here they form hydrogen bonds. I hope it is clear. And the nitrogenous bases, if we say that the pentose sugar and the phosphate, they are forming the two sides of the ladder, so the nitrogenous bases are forming the rungs of the ladder, means on the steps on which you climb. Clear? Now there are actually two nitrogenous bases, purine and pyrimidine. So purine is divided into two, adenine and guanine, and pyrimidine is again divided into three actually, thymine, cytosine, and uracil. So in the case of DNA, what are in the case of DNA we have these four nitrogenous bases, but in the case of RNA this thymine is replaced by uracil. In RNA, DNA we are having these four. In RNA, the thymine is replaced by uracil. Clear? Okay, good. Let's move on. Histones. So just now I told you that histones are the proteins, and they are ball-shaped proteins. Okay, spherical proteins. And what is the work of these proteins? They help in the packaging and coiling of DNA into structural units. Structural units called nucleosomes. What happens is that, suppose these are your histone proteins. There are actually, it is written 8 histones. So let me draw 8. Okay, 8 histone proteins are there, and the DNA strand is coiled around it. Okay, तो वो एक गुच्छे जैसा आप मान के चलिए बना देता है, जैसे आपने ये यहाँ पिक्चर में देख रहे हो उस तरह से. ठीक है, तो ये जो 8 मॉलिक्यूल्स का जो समूह है, जो ग्रुप है, इसको हम ऑक्टेमर कहते हैं. और जब ये डीएनए के साथ ये ऑक्टेमर कॉइल कर जाता है, तब हम उसे न्यूक्लियोसोम कहते हैं. उस कॉम्प्लेक्स स्ट्रक्चर को क्या कहते हैं? न्यूक्लियोसोम. तो ऑक्टेमर और न्यूक्लियोसोम में डिफरेंस है. ऑक्टेमर के केस में अभी वो डीएनए से कॉइल नहीं हुआ रहता, लेकिन न्यूक्लियोसोम के केस में वो डीएनए से कॉइल हो गया रहता है. क्लियर? गुड. This is about your histones. Next is the structure of chromosomes. So there I have not written any written part. I am just going to tell you by this diagram. So here you can see that this is a chromosome. I have already told you that this half is your chromatid, other half is also chromatid, and these two are called as sister chromatids. So these two sister chromatids are joined at a particular place. This place is called as centromere, and this centromere serves for the two main functions. First one, अभी जब हम phases पढ़ेंगे तो उसको और clear कर लेंगे. पहला जो फंक्शन है सेंट्रोमियर का वो ये है कि ये मेटाफेज के टाइम पर स्पिंडल फाइबर्स फॉर्म हुए रहते हैं, उनके साथ ये जो ये क्रोमोसोम्स है ये सेंट्रोमियर के थ्रू अटैच होते हैं. सपोज दिस इज स्पिंडल फाइबर, तो यहीं पे इसी सेंट्रोमियर पे ही ये क्रोमोसोम्स स्पिंडल फाइबर से अटैच होते हैं. और दूसरा कि एनाफेज के टाइम पे ये सेंट्रोमियर, जैसे अभी आप यहाँ देख रहे हो, ये देख रहे हो ना, दो सेंट्रोमियर बन गया, तो अब ये यहाँ से डिवाइड हो जाएगा. ठीक है, लॉन्गिट्यूडनली. अब ये जो क्रोमेटिड है ये इधर मूव कर जाएगा और ये जो क्रोमेटिड है ये इधर मूव कर जाएगा पोल्स की तरफ, सेल्स के पोल की तरफ. ठीक है, तो एक इसका ये फंक्शन है कि ये सिस्टर क्रोमेटिड्स को डिटैच कर देता है अपने को स्प्लिट करके दो में. ठीक है, तो ये था आपका स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम. अब आते हैं लास्ट, आई थिंक दिस इज, ये बस वही जो मैंने आपको बताया उसको शो कर रहा है ये, कि ये देखो आप मेटाफेज में क्या हुआ, यह सेंट्रोमियर से स्पिंडल फाइबर्स जुड़ गए. ये जो पर्पल वाले आपको थ्रेड्स दिख रहे हैं ऐसे ऐसे, ये स्पिंडल फाइबर्स हैं, और जो रेड ब्लू है ये आपके क्रोमोसोम्स हैं. तो मेटाफेज के केस में ये जुड़ गए, और एनाफेज के केस में देखो जो सेंट्रोमियर है वो स्प्लिट हो गया. तो दो अलग अलग साइड ये जो सिस्टर क्रोमेटिड्स थी ये क्या हो गई, डिटैच हो गई और ऑपोजिट पोल्स की तरफ मूव करने लगी. क्लियर? तो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट दिस सेशन. Thank you for watching my video, and if you liked it, please like, share and subscribe, and I will come with more videos of this chapter. Okay, so thank you very much.